Welcome back to FM Storey. It's time to begin season 3 with Milan, and we have spent a hell of a lot of money trying to address the main issue that we had last season. We've sold quite a few players, we've made back half the money that we spent, but we have spent a lot of money. Without further ado, let's get into the action and see what we did in the summer transfer window. So before we get into the money that we've spent, let's have a look at the outgoings. So after the season finished, Yunus Musa has gone to West Ham for 30 million. The Ruben Loftus-Cheek deal became permanent for 29.5 million. A couple of players left on free transfers at the end of the contract, and then Colombo has gone to Genoa for 4.4 million. Okafor, as part of his loan deal, has gone to West Ham for 17 million. Pellegrino has gone to Eintracht Frankfurt for 15 million. Fabega's gone. We finally found someone to take Emerson Royale at 19 million. Yusuf Fofana has gone to Wolves in the Championship at 40 million. And then we sent a couple of players out on loan. Honest Arnaud has got to the stage now in the youth setup where he needs to be playing first team football. So he's gone out to Cesena in Serie B, and Peter Ratcliffe came in at the end of the transfer window last summer, hadn't really settled enough to get a starting position. So he's gone out on loan to Rennes to get first team football. And then the incomings. So first up, we signed 2 young players that had come through youth intakes at other clubs. Firstly, we've got Istvan Ilez, Romanian midfielder. He popped up as with this. Basically, what we did was we just ran a thing in the player search for players that were 15. Got them scouted. He came up with a good scout report. So we've picked him up, and hopefully he can develop. Same happened with Adelson Jarlo, another central midfielder, both of those players. This one from Benfica. And again, hopefully develop into a decent player for us. And then where we spent all the money, I mean, last season, our biggest problem was conceding goals. I mean, we kept 6. I mean, we won the league by 12 points. So we've got to put it in perspective. But I think it's probably one of the reasons why we struggled in the Champions League. We only kept 6 clean sheets in the league, which was a big concern given how dominant we were. So we've splashed basically 199 million on 2 central defenders. First up, Giorgio Scalvini gives us that Italian player that we want. Just a top quality player, and hopefully he can be here for a long time to come. And then we've also picked up Joral Hato from Ajax. At a push, he can play left back, but he's been signed to play in the centre of defence alongside Scalvini. It means at the moment we do have Scalvini, Hato, Tomori, Yao, Gabia, Pavlovic. So we've got a load of centre halves. Tomori, I would imagine, hopefully will be out of the club by the end of August. He's out of contract this season, doesn't want to sign a new contract, so he needs to go at some point. So he's either going for free next summer, or we're getting some money for him this summer. But this is where we're kind of at with the incomings. We're sticking with the same formation going forward. It seems to have worked so far. Looking at the season preview, we are big odds-on favourites, despite the fact that we've only got 4 players in the Media Dream 11, and Inter have got... They're all Inter. No, he's at Atlanta. Inter have got 3. Atalanta have got 2. And they're down in 5th favourites, having finished 2nd last season. I mean, we have taken their best centre-half off them, so that might be a sign of things to come there. And Juve have got 2 in the Media Dream 11 as well. We are starting our league campaign away at Como. We have a full team available to pick from and hopefully we can get off to a good start. So this is the side we've picked for the trip to Como. We've gone with Terracciano at right back because Kyle Walker's in last year's contract. He's 35, and there's interest in him from Saudi Arabia, and Calabria has decided he wants to go. So Terracciano's going to start the season as first choice right back. The one player who can consider himself very unlucky not to be in the team, given his performances at the end of last season, is Profundi. But that would mean dropping probably one of Reinders, Benassa or Bacciarina, unless we were going to play Profundi wide right. So it's 4-2-3-1 against 4-2-3-1. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Hato into Benassa, Total to Bacciarina, ball to the back post, headed clear as far as Terracciano. Chukwueze has hit the post. Bacciarina with a corner, deep. The header comes back off the post and then they've managed to clear it. Hernandez now around the outside. Benassa drives in and he finds the back of the net, and we have taken the lead. We've hit the woodwork twice already, but finally, it was only 6 minutes into the game, but Hernandez goes all the way around. Pulls it back to Benassa, who gets past his man and then just smashes it at the keeper, hits the keeper and it goes in. Now, that is not good. Rafael from an injury in the opening day of the season. Hopefully it's not too bad. Morata can come on up top and throw for them. Back to the centre half. If we can nick it here, we're in a strong position, but we try to pass it around us. Scalvini does nick it. Hato was back to Maignan, back to Hato. Hernandez driving in field. Reinders makes the run, drives into the box, and that's a great save by their keeper. And we've opened them up there pretty easily. Bacciarina with a corner. It's time to the near post in the air. Hernandez back to Bacciarina. Hernandez again. Hato across to Terracciano, who drives it, and it's gone behind for a corner on the other side. Benassa's going to swing this one in. I think it's going to be deep. And another one comes back off the woodwork. Reinders with a header this time. Terracciano with a throw. Back to him. Into Bacciarina in the box. Squares it. Total fires it into the bottom corner. And thankfully, we're now 2-0 up. Gives us a bit of a cushion. We've created a load of chances. Just haven't had our shooting boots on and hit the woodwork a few times too many. Running onto it on the penalty spot and just buries it in the bottom corner. Ball deep to the back post. Headed from just over the top. First time we've seen them as an attacking force. And they get a free header from a free kick. So there we go. Full time. Sorry. But there we go. Half time. 2-0 up. Been pretty dominant in that first half. And just hopefully that injury to Rafael Leao isn't too bad. Right, we made one more change at half time. We've brought Profundi on for Chukwueze on that right hand side. Theo Hernandez with a throw. Bacciarina goes back to Hato. Hernandez on the right. On the left even. Benassa to Reinders. Bacciarina. And that's 3-0. And it looks like we might have settled ourselves into finding no shooting boots here. I mean, we're working it around nicely. We are getting a lot of space on the ball though. But Reinders quickly into Bacciarina, takes a touch, and buries it from about 16 yards. And they try to play out from a goal kick at 3-0 down. I mean, it seems to have worked so far. They've got in behind on the left-hand side here. Hernandez nicks it. Reinders now bringing it forward, and we've got numbers getting forward. Out to Sortel on the left. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of a challenge Sortel was trying to make on the ball there, but now they're bringing it clear again. It's getting a bit end-to-end, this. Puts inside into the box. We've made a challenge. And the clean sheet's gone. I mean, I guess I have to say, given the formation and the way we're playing, and the aim is to create loads of chances, we are going to be a bit open at the back, but we still need to keep more clean sheets. I mean, it's really not for the league. It's the Champions League. We need to keep more clean sheets. Now we're attacking down the right. Profundi goes back to Scalvini. Profundi infield gives it away. And now they're in behind on the right. Into the box, squares it. I mean, we gifted them that one. And now we've put unnecessary pressure on ourselves for the rest of the game. I mean, they've got it back to a goal with 20 minutes left. Right, a corner in injury time for us. And thankfully, we've secured the 3 points now. Hato with a header. The lovely flat ball in from Profundi. Hato makes a run at the near post. Whipped in. Gets a run on the defender. Gets above him. And it's too strong a header for the keeper to get across to. We're back to the keeper. I mean, this must be the last highlight of the game. And it looks like it's going to be a chance for them. On the right-hand side. It digs a cross out. The header comes back off the post. And then thankfully, next attempt goes over the top, and that's full time. So, spending 200 million on two centre halves doesn't seem to have fixed the leakiness at the back. Yeah, I mean, we've come away with 3 points, which is the most important thing, but that was the expected thing, and we might have to have a rethink of things going forward if we're going to try and become a bit more defensively solid. It might mean attacking a bit less and creating a few less chances. We've made it past the end of the summer transfer window, and we've now got our first big test as far as the season's concerned. We're at home at Juventus, who haven't had the best of starts themselves, and they're missing Vlahovic. There has been some more action in the transfer market. And the action basically is Santiago Jimenez has gone to Leipzig for 37.5 million. We nearly got rid of Tomori, but he turned down a move on deadline day for 50 million, which was to Wolves in the Championship again. So they've obviously raked in a load of money selling players after getting relegated. But he turned that down, so he's still at the club. We nearly did a deal on deadline day. Lamine Yamal coming from Barcelona, but the hold up in that is that Barcelona wanted to sign a replacement first. They didn't get that done, so our deal didn't go through either. Since that opening day win against Como, we've beaten Udinese 4-0 at home. We won 3-1 away at Roma, which means we're going to this Juventus game with 3 wins from 3. One of only 2 undefeated or 200% record sides, along with Torino. Juve are down in 11th. They've won 1 by beating Udinese. They drew with Napoli, and they lost to Roma. It's interesting when you look at it, because at Inter, they have only played 2 games, but they beat Sassuolo but lost to Atalanta. Atalanta have only won 1 out of their opening 3 games. Napoli haven't won a game in their opening 3 games. Swallow, who finished 4th last season and qualified for the Champions League, haven't won any of 3. In fact, have lost all 3. So it's an interesting start to the season. And like I say, this is probably our first big test, this game against Juve. And hopefully we can continue on this good start to the season. So, this is the side we've picked for the game against Juve. We've made one change from the last game against Roma. Terraciano's come back in at right back after having a knock, and Kyle Walker drops to the bench. And Leao and Chukwueze return to the bench. They have missed since the opening day of the season with injuries. So we're playing Profundi wide right, where he came on the opening day. This is 4-2-3-1 against a 4-3-3. Bacciarina with a free kick, lifts it towards the back post. The header from Terraciano loops onto the roof of the net and be over for a goal kick. And from the goal kick, they go short and try to pass their way out. Thuram, Salasmakers, but Theo Hernandez nicks it off him, drives infield. Bacciarina drives into the box, and that looked like it was flying into the top corner before the keeper turned it behind. Bacciarina with going to the back post, up in the air, and then Reinders' header onto the roof of the net. Galvini steps in and nicks that one. Reinders finds Profundi cutting in. Benassa into Sotel in the box, and the keeper makes a great save with his feet. And another corner. We're really putting the pressure on them early here. They do with taking one of these chances. Bacciarina into the near post, headed back to him. And Sotel back to Bacciarina. And then Sotel skies it over the top. Bacciarina short. The Profundi back to Bacciarina. And loses out in their box. Now they're going to bring it clear. And we've gone from such a promising position to letting them counter-attack on us here. Theo Hernandez makes a challenge with Thuram's into the box. Benassa gets it back to the keeper. And now we can bring it out with Hato. Theo Hernandez down the left. Sotil. Bacciarina. He's giving the ball away in a stupid position again. Now Thuram making the break through the middle. Graciano covering. He did so well to get there in front of Mudryk in the first place, and then just stands there and lets them take it off him. I mean, like, what was he doing? And we find ourselves 1-0 down. Right, Profundi with a corner towards the middle of the goal. It's headed away from Morata. Sotel goes back to pick it up. Finds Theo Hernandez. Low ball in. Morata could not miss from 2 yards out. And that's levelled it pretty quickly. And Sotel finds Theo Hernandez. Gets it to the byline, just hammers it across between the defender and the keeper. And Morata sticks his foot out and puts it in the back of the net. Right. Bacciarina back to Hato. Theo Hernandez driving in field, finds Reinders. Morata into the box. Good challenge. Profundi's got it. Still got it. Terraciano. Back to Profundi. What a finish that is. If he's onside, that is a great pass from Terraciano and a great finish. But was he onside? It looks like it's been given. Profundi gets to the byline, tries to go past the defender. He then passes it back to Terraciano, makes a run into the 6-yard box. Terraciano finds him. Profundi finds the back of the net and puts us 2-1 up. That wasn't even close. Terraciano, Bacciarina back to Scalvini. Terraciano down the line. Profundi tries to play it in field first time. He's got it again though. Gives it away though, and now they're breaking forward in numbers. And we've let Dodo go a long way with it. I mean, he actually probably could have carried on driving into the box rather than passing it backwards. And there we are, half-time 2-1. I think you'd probably say we deservedly lead, but we look a shambles every time they try and come forward. Right, we made 2 changes at half-time. Chukwueze and Liao have come on for Reinders and Sortil. Pafundi's moved into the number 10 role, and Bacciarina's moved deeper. Bacciarina gets it back after that corner. Scalvini, low ball in. It hits someone. It turns out it was the Juventus defender and just creeps into the back of the net. And that's a good start to the second half. Gives us a 2-goal cushion. And Scalvini goes back to Bacciarina. Bacciarina finds Scalvini, who takes a touch and puts it into the box. It's going through a crowd of bodies, hits their defender, goes into the back of the net. Theo Hernandez into the box. Leao's gone down. Is a concern. The effort's gone wide of the post, but it looks like Leao is out again. Right. Oristanio's come on. Bundy with the corner. Deep. Headed clear. And out for a throw-in on the far side. And from the throw, Theo Hernandez to Pafundi. Gets the byline. Cross to the back post. Easy for the keeper to come and claim. And then he launches it long. Graciano wins a header. Bacciarina back to him. Oristanio with his first touch cuts in field. Finds Benassa. Finds Chukwueze on the left. He was offside though. He did look it. Theo Hernandez with the throw. Benassa goes back to Hato. Bacciarina gives it away looking for Traciano on the right. And now they're playing out from the back again. And then lumped forward by the goalkeeper. And Scalvini takes it down, finds Traciano, who loses out again. And we've gifted them an opportunity here. And thankfully that comes back off the post. He was offside anyway, but from where we were when Scalvini brought that down, we gifted them an opportunity to get back into the game. Right, we made another couple of changes to get some more fresh legs on. They've got the ball on the halfway line. Theo Hernandez wins it, and we've given it away in the middle of the pitch again. Ram's gone all the way around the outside, and thankfully the keeper was alert and turned it behind for a corner. But we are a bit struggling here. And just as I say that, they've levelled it up. I mean, it's not good defending. They've played it up to the halfway line. Ram again bombing forward down his left. Infield, Yildiz. Out to Weir. Pull back. We've got a block on that one. And thankfully, that was both offside and well off target. 6 minutes of injury time to be played. They've got the ball in their own half. And they're getting a lot of joy down this left-hand side. Cambiasso, who got the own goal, squares it. It goes all the way through to Coop Miners. He finishes it. Yeah, this is not great. There we are. full time 3-3, and we have thrown away that game. Horrible performance. And I do think we need to try and figure out what we're doing defensively here, because if it's going to cost us in a game like that, given some of the teams we've got in the Champions League phase, we could be in some trouble going forward if we carry on defending like this. And there we are, the end of another episode. Season 3 is underway. Spent an awful lot of money to try and fix that defensive leaking of goals, and it hasn't really worked. It might be time to go back to the drawing board on the tactic. Coming up, we've got big games in the Champions League against Chelsea, Benfica, PSV, and we've got some pretty big games coming up in the league as well. We've got Napoli, we've got Atalanta, we've got Fiorentina. So hopefully we can figure out a way to stop conceding stupid goals. Join us next time to see if we can do that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.